I've worked here about 28 years. When I was 16, I came here to work at Bretton College. I was in the kitchens, in the catering department. I lived in a hostel. The 60s were good years. I worked till 7 o'clock on a night time. Then I'd either get a lift or run up for the 7:30 bus to go wherever I wanted to go. But our doors were locked at 11. Everybody had to be in for 11 o'clock, students and staff, because the buses were not always on time. And I'd be running down this drive here with obviously stilettos on. And Albert Douglas would have locked the door. So then I had to throw a pebble up to somebody to come and unlock the door downstairs. I did mix with students quite a bit. I made a lot of friends, a lot of student friends, and that's when we used to go to the students' bar. We used to have groups on, but mainly I would go and meet friends from home, and I would go out with them. Met my husband at Bretton Hall. My husband's name was Sid Clarke. He was an overman in the mines, and because of his health, he left the mines. And he came to be caretaker at the college with the tied house. It turned out that he'd actually come from the village where I grew up in. He knew my brother, he knew my eldest sister, because she paid the wages out in the coal board offices. We got married in 71, and I lost him in 1999. It's like anything else. When you live in a tied house, you're tied to the job. The phone would ring quite often, and he would have to attend to certain things. Obviously all part of the job. Now, where we have this underground gallery out here is where my husband practiced his golf on a Saturday morning. I think my son has probably climbed every tree here. The students used to canoe on the lake. We used to take a big record player down and wind it up, and there'd be music all out while they were on the lake. We used to have quite a lot of fun, just fun, yes. But on the whole, they were very happy years that I worked here. Hard times was when I lost my husband. That was the hardest, because I only worked a couple of hours a morning. I didn't drive. He would bring me down to work, and probably 2 hours later he would pick me back up. When I lost him, it was a big change for me, and that is when I took on more hours. But I never thought I'd be here all this time, as long as ever I have been. When I first came, really and truly, this has been my life, really. This is all I've ever known, really. Everybody here, it's just like one big family. I've never not wanted to come to work in the morning. Anything at all has been a pleasure, just a pleasure.